This ends with at least one belt frozen, another division hijacked, and a legacy quietly rewritten behind closed doors. And if that sounds insane, you're already late, because this whole collapse traces back to a single moment in Dubai where Khabib Nurmagomedov smiled next to Khamzat Chimaev, and the sport pretended it was harmless. So don't blink now, because I'm dragging you backward through how a friendly handshake turned into a slow-motion power grab that could detonate everything. Everybody saw respect at the World Sports Summit, fans cheering like it was a reunion tour. But I saw control. I saw Khabib answering retirement questions with surgical calm, saying he's done forever, never coming back, crystal clear, and nah, listen to yourself. When has Khabib ever spoken casually? Because when he says he doesn't need the cage since his gym gives him elite killers on demand, that's not nostalgia, that's dominance evolving off camera.
When I see them pictures, well, when you see those pictures, do you ever think, I'd like to get back in the ring one more time?
Get back where?
Pardon?
Octagon? You mean Octagon?
Yes, the Octagon.
No, honestly no, brother. Honestly, I am about retirement. When I retired, I never think to coming back because it was very clear decision, very clear decision. Of course, sometimes I want to compete with high-level guys. But in my gym, I have best fighters in the world. When I miss some competition, I go to the gym. I can find not only best guys in the division, I can find the best pound-for-pound guys in the world. And of course, I go and compete. This is in my blood. I love this. I love wrestling. I love competition. But going back to the cage, no.
You heard him say he misses competition, but replaces it instantly with training monsters. And that should chill you, because competition without consequence is freedom. And freedom creates experiments. And experiments create monsters. And here's the part nobody's saying yet, but everyone feels. If Khabib can scratch the itch whenever he wants, why would he ever relinquish influence? And why does this suddenly feel like phase 2 of something bigger?
Well, I always was youngest, and I do everything what they told me. Because we have rules. In our rules, if you're young, you're always wrong. Right? Who's older, he always right. There is rules and you have to follow them. And somehow, like when I finish my career, I become oldest in my team. I was oldest. It's like, okay, I have to take leadership. Who's gonna take over? Somebody have to lead the team. You cannot just leave them alone. Today I'm become success. I was champion. I was on top. Okay, see you guys tomorrow. It doesn't work like this. And I'm like, okay, I look around, like, who's here? Everybody is younger than me. And my father, rahimahullah, he passed away. I'm like, okay, I have to take this leadership and I have to lead this team and I have to continue my father's legacy. I understand I'm ready for this. Some people, they are not ready.
Then he drops the leadership bomb, talking about becoming the oldest, taking charge after his father passed, and people clap like it's inspirational. But you don't inherit leadership in that system. You enforce it, and when Khabib says he couldn't walk away from the team, that wasn't loyalty talking. That was obligation to a blueprint that doesn't forgive weakness, and I swear someone in that room realized too late what that actually meant.
But when we come to the gym, when we beginning in our training, and all of them know about this, there is no freedom speech. There is no freedom speech. Everybody do what I say if I'm coach. If I say I'm in or out, there is no 50-50. And I try to push them very well. And if you look at the result, we have in almost every organization, we have champions and we have some best fighters right now, and we are best team. I'm very happy. It's mean I'm doing good job.
When Khabib says there's no freedom of speech in his gym, no 50-50, no debate, just obedience, that's not a quote. That's a manifesto. Because results don't lie, and champions keep coming out of that environment like clockwork. And ask yourself this: why does the most disciplined team in MMA suddenly sound more organized than the promotion itself? And nah, don't ignore that feeling. It matters later.
2 mais 1 é igual a 3. Tem um cinturão aí um pouco acima da sua categoria que tá numa situação esquisita, né? Tá de olho nele?
Eu falei do meu interesse, né, em tá lutando na categoria dos pesos pesados. Eu não sei, eu falei da Casa Branca com o John Jones. Já tinha falado também de uma luta, né, até lutar no pesado, o terceiro cinturão. Mas eu não sei, não tá no meu controle, né? Eu tenho, né, as minhas vontades, mas também estou na expectativa, assim como todo mundo.
Now, hard cut to Khamzat Chimaev, champion undefeated aura intact, defending in early 2026. And already looking bored, already staring upward, calling for Alex Pereira like the middleweight belt is a placeholder. And that's where the ground starts to shake. Because champions who don't protect their division destabilize it. And Khamzat talking about moving up isn't ambition, it's impatience with consequences.
That's good fight for him, good fight for me. Everyone knows that UFC knows that, but UFC don't want to give this guy from me. So, and the guy say, "Oh, I come to you jiu-jitsu, wrestling, grappling. I don't know what this grappling, jiu-jitsu is not our job. Our job UFC fighter, you know." So he said he can't fight with Duplessis. He accept the fight, but now he say like, "Oh, it comes out not good fight." Yeah, he's saying like he's more famous than me. That's why I'm using his name, bro. This guy, if I just say hi in my story in Instagram, I make more views on his fight. So I don't think so. This guy more famous than me. You know?
Alex Pereira, brushing it off, should have ended it, but instead it cracked something open because suddenly he's talking heavyweight. John Jones, third belt fantasies, White House cards, and I don't buy coincidence at this level. Not for a second, because Khamzat firing back instantly, accusing him of excuses and star behavior, feels too sharp, too fast, like he already knew the answer before the question was asked. And nah, that's suspicious.
I don't think so. He wants that fight. He knows about it, and UFC know about it. So I can't say the things what UFC says to me, but it's gonna be not respect for Alex. Because everyone knows this guy is not my level, you know. So yeah, he's a good striker, one of the best strikers. I give the respect for him. He has knockout power and everything. Yeah, but brother, like ask whoever 99% in the world who is watching this UFC, so they're gonna tell you who is gonna win.
Khamzat saying, "Everyone sees a difference in levels while still praising Pereira's power," is the kind of confidence that scares matchmakers because it forces a narrative fork. Either Pereira accepts and risks exposure or declines and feeds the doubt. And here's the quiet paranoia creeping in. Why does it feel like someone behind the scenes is begging for time, stalling, reshuffling, hiding something that can't survive daylight?
What about the current middleweight champion, Khamzat Chimaev? What do you make of him and his skill set?
Well, he's a beast. He's an amazing fighter. But I put on my chance in Alex.
Against him if they ever fought.
Yeah.
Anderson Silva siding with Pereira should steady things, but instead it pours gasoline on it because when legends vouch, they protect, and protection implies danger, and Khamzat downplaying Pereira's power like it's irrelevant. At 205 is wild until you remember how many strikers learned the same lesson the hard way. And nah, this isn't bravado, this is someone who thinks the math is already solved.
Если спросить меня, мне, конечно, хочется за второй пояс подраться. Для меня, никому не секрет, тот парень, который сейчас 93, если стойки с ним не заигрываться, для меня очень удобный соперник. Да, все говорят, вот слишком мощный парень, но где-то в мощи я нигде не уступал никому, поэтому я думаю, он тоже 84 выступал и перешел в 93. Хотелось бы 93 подраться, а так там Насруддина дадут, или Беридера дадут, или Эрнандеса. Мне особой такой разницы нет, чтобы самое главное заплатили хорошо.
Ben Askren casually pointing out Pereira's ground issues sounds analytical until you realize timing is everything. Because weight hopping, division shopping, constant delays, they all blur evaluation. And when Michael Bisping says this fight won't happen, I hear certainty laced with warning. Because Pereira chasing spectacle, while Tom Aspinall sits half blind, is how entire divisions drift into chaos without noticing.
Can present the biggest challenge to him?
I mean, Pereira's an interesting match because you still have this image of Israel Adesanya, who is not a takedown expert, taking down and holding down Pereira. So, like, that's a hard image to shake out of your head when you think, Pereira would have to beat Chimaev. But now Pereira's talking about moving up also. It's like, dude, these guys just find a weight class and then fight a bunch of people. I mean, honestly, that's one of the reasons I was so impressed by Merab this year. It's like, who defends their title that much? It was so impressive, and I know he lost the last one, but his run that he had there was so impressive.
Aspinall talking double eye surgery, one done. One coming, Health first, patience, all noble words, but the clock doesn't care, because interim whispers grow louder when champions heal slowly and suddenly Game, Pereira, heavyweight gold all start orbiting each other, and here's teaser number 1. You're not ready for if Aspinall slips even slightly, the UFC won't wait, they never do.
It is going to be an insane card from start to finish, and probably the best fight card or the greatest fight card that's ever been assembled going down at the White House. It's insane. Pereira wants to be on that card, and if he doesn't get that, he wants to fight for the heavyweight title. Now, as we know, that's a little bit of a complicated issue right now because Tom Aspinall had the eye injury where he got double eye poked. Apparently, he's still having issues, and when he does come back, he's got to fight Cyril Gane, okay? Unless, and could you believe this, and it isn't going to happen, it isn't going to happen, they bring in an interim title. They bring in an interim title at heavyweight, and Cyril Gane fights Alex Pereira for an interim title while Tom Aspinall gets his vision back or he all recovers and all the rest of it, because there is talk actually down the line that maybe there would be a need for surgery, and I hope that isn't the case, of course.
Then Khamzat refusing Imavov detonates everything emotionally, because now it's culture, religion, brotherhood, not rankings, and Bisping snapping back makes sense, because stall divisions suffocate contenders, but Imavov bringing his mother into it changes the temperature completely, because when family enters the cage conversation, someone is about to get hurt in ways the record books won't show.
Surgery now is the focus, and then we'll kick on to 2026, right?
That's the plan. That's the plan. But by the time this is going out, they probably have had surgery on one side already. The next surgery's coming mid-January, so we're working towards getting back, and that's the plan.
Has there been thoughts of whether you'd be able to fight again?
I'm just thinking about my health at the minute, to be honest. I'm not even thinking about any of that stuff, because you got to like take one step at a time, don't you?
Yeah.
You can't be doing that. Obviously the plan is to go back and beat the living daylights out of Cyril Gane. That's the plan. But right now the short-term plan is to get back to where I should be, get back in
The UFC confirming February anyway is ice cold, because inevitability overrides respect, and Imavov admitting it will happen despite everything sounds like resignation, not hype, and analysts already favoring Khamzat on the ground turns this into a pressure cooker, because fighting a man everyone expects you to lose to is how careers crack, and here's teaser 2. This matchup is being rushed for a reason nobody's admitting.
There is an anger there, isn't there? I can see. I know you're smiling, and I know that there's, you know, you're your normal self, but there's definitely an anger there towards everything that's happened.
Yeah, I'm ready to get back, but my health's got to be right first. I ain't going to do nothing compromised. I'm not going to let my ego take over. Everything's got to be right. So when the time is right, however that looks, whenever that is, that's the plan.
Chimaev went on to say that he doesn't want to fight Nasruddin Imavov, okay, because Imavov is from Dagestan and they're all Muslims, and there'd be a lot of drama and problems and stuff like that.
If you ask me, I don't want to fight this guy because he's like, we know each other.
That shouldn't matter. There's billions of Muslims on the planet. You can say that because you're both Muslim, you can't fight one another. Look, listen, this all needs to stop. The best should be fighting the best. We know that. And of course, the champions, they want to take on the biggest matchups because they want to get the biggest paydays, and I commend them for that. But I've said it many times in the past, you really need to defend the belt in your weight class 3 times before you even think about moving on, or you've got to vacate the belt. You've got to vacate the belt, keep the division moving on, and then you go up to the next division.
How you spent time in the cage with Nasruddin, how real of a chance do you give him in that fight against Chimaev? Because he probably will be an underdog, I would have assumed.
Yeah, I definitely think he has a chance. His striking is good. He's fast. He's pretty quick. But there's not a lot of pop on the punches, to be honest. If Chimaev has good defense, I think he'll be okay there. But I don't know. I think Chimaev will be able to get him down. I think he'll get him down at some point. Imavov's ground isn't really that great. Like he doesn't really do a whole lot, which does make it hard to be offensive when you're just being 100% defensive and you just don't care about anything but not getting finished. It's really hard to get a finish, but I think Chimaev, if he gets him down, can make him work, and I think it'd be a good fight, but I think Chimaev would win.
When Brendan Allen, Joe Pyfer, Dricus du Plessis all circled the same conclusion, Khamzat favored, division unsettled, momentum fragile, it stops feeling like analysis and starts feeling like alignment, like pieces sliding where they're told, and Bilal Muhammad hinting Khamzat could even function at heavyweight should terrify you, because that means boundaries are dissolving faster than rankings can adjust, and someone upstairs is losing control.
Imamov's getting the title shot. I think that's the only thing that really makes sense now is Imamov getting that shot at the belt. But I think it's going to be an interesting fight. I think Khamzat wins that fight for sure. As for myself, like I said, I don't really know. The whole division's been mixed up. You know, when you have Imamov and Kaio fighting, these two guys emerge as potential contenders. The winner there is the contender. Not a great fight, in my opinion. You know, those two guys stood there and there was moments of brilliance, make no mistake, and I rated Kaio Bahar. I picked him to win that fight. But it's on the night he just didn't show up. You know, he just didn't show up.
Khamzat saying he doesn't want to fight Imavov. Said one is Chechnya, Dagestan. Obviously, there's history behind that, and they don't want anything serious to happen with that. I know he's calling out Pereira. I mean, I'm excited for either one of those fights, whichever one they happens. What do I think will happen? I mean, if they make the Pereira fight, which I don't think Pereira would do that because he's already talking about going up to 205, but that would leave an opening. I mean, he's going up to heavyweight, so that would leave an opening at 205 where it could be Yuri against Chimaev, which I think would be a fun one for sure. I mean, I think Chimaev's wrestling is good enough to go up to heavyweight if he wanted to. You've seen how he picked up John Jones recently in their video. What do I think will happen? I don't know. I don't know if Imavov's come out and said anything yet about it, but like we've seen the history with Khabib's team and Chimaev, and then them shaking it up. Like it goes deeper than that. It's understandable for sure.
Well done to Imamov for winning that fight. I mean, he did what he had to do, but yeah, I mean, right now, you don't have anybody who's consistently winning. And that's the problem. How do you pick a contender? You have guys that fight two great fights, one terrible one. The consistency isn't there, but there's so many good fighters. It's just a consistency. So glad it's not my job to pick the fights.
And I'll leave you here on purpose, unsettled, because nothing about this feels finished. Khabib's quiet authority, Khamzat's impatience, Pereira's selective silence, Aspinall's healing clock, Imavov's forced acceptance. It's all moving at once, and I swear there's a third act nobody's acknowledged yet. Someone lying, someone stalling, someone about to be exposed, and nah. If you think this ends clean, you haven't been paying attention at all.